my friends, my name is Ed DeCosta of eddecosta.com, and this is my weekly coaching video for Wednesday, June 11th, 2014. You've heard of Martin Luther King, right? Well, who hasn't? He said a lot of brilliant things, but one of the most insightful comments I've ever heard from Dr. King is that genuine leaders are not searchers for consensus, but molders of consensus. And I really saw that illustrated in client engagement with a corporate leadership team here in the last few weeks, where I was engaged to help the team work through a number of issues, challenges, lots and lots of opportunities for this company, but to hone down a set of priorities. Because even though they're wildly successful, they can't do everything. And I just want to emphasize, of course, I can't reveal anything about, the identity of the company, but I can tell you that the leader was absolutely a molder of consensus. Let me talk to you a little bit about what that isn't, and then, of course, what it is. First of all, what it isn't. It's not dictatorship. Dictatorship is very efficient, right? One person makes all the decisions, they give all the orders, and everyone else is expected to just comply. It's very efficient, but it is not effective in the long run. Why? People don't buy in, people don't contribute their thoughts, and the company's future is limited by the thinking of one person and the half-hearted execution of everyone else. Why half-hearted? Because for the most part, people don't give their all when they don't feel like they were part of the decision-making process. So that's one of the things it's not, dictatorship. The other is it's not politicking. It's not doing surveys, not being a pollster. That's what Dr. King said when he said they're not searchers for consensus. You're not doing secret ballots or trying to do backroom deals to try to buy off people to actually come over to another side. That's not what genuine leaders do. Now let's talk about what they do. They mold consensus, and I just love that word because there's a certain amount of influence. There's a certain amount of pressure, certainly, but I'll tell you what else there's an enormous amount of. There's an enormous amount of listening and sharing, because more often than not, when you've got a cohesive leadership team, even a cohesive leadership team that has people of disparate views, widely differing views of the world and where the company ought to go, a magical thing happens when people are heard, genuinely heard. When you give people a fair hearing, and then someone in the room, ideally the leader, is able to process the information of two or more people in the room and help those people understand what they've just said. We're not trying to change what they've said. We're simply trying to say that there's overlap, that there are some common themes. There are ways that we can accomplish your objective and your objective together, because the fundamental principle that your point of view is trying to protect or put forward is this. Correct me if I'm wrong. And what you are emphasizing is this, and don't you see that those two causes, those two principles are not in and of themselves in conflict. We can, in fact, achieve your end result and your desired goal with a strategy that takes elements of both. Or in many cases, there's one of the options, one of the opinions gets none of there's no sign of it in the end product. But because there was a fair hearing, because the person was genuinely listened to, really deep level listening, confirming understanding, etc., they now realize, they know that they were part of forging, molding that strategy, that plan of attack, and can walk out of the room not feeling like they lost, like it was a win-lose kind of proposition that, oh, he carried the day and my argument failed. It's not that mindset at all. The mindset is that we collectively have won. We put our heads together. We shared openly and honestly, sometimes emotionally, and what we did is we created, right, by this magic of masterminding and synergy, we created a strategy an answer to the question that is better, because it comes out of all of us, than any one of us could have come up with alone. Now, when you can do that, that to me is genuine leadership. So I hope you found this helpful. Again, my name is Ed DeCosta of eddecosta.com, and wherever you are in this great, big, beautiful world of ours, make it a great day.